make sure it's going. And it's going. Okay. Okay. So this is chapter 4, section 4, solving two-step equations. Solving two-step equations. So if you would turn to page 230, please, and get out your notes. We're on page 230. Page 230. Okay? All right, guys. I want to review something, and that is called the order of operations. Okay? Now, you might want to write these down again. They're somewhere in your notes, I'm pretty sure, because they're that important. But the order of operations, do you remember what we did first in the order of operations? Yes, sir. No. What did we do first?
Parentheses.
All right. Parentheses, powers, parentheses, I already gave the next one. Brackets and the division bar. Okay, now we've dealt with this a lot. We have not dealt with these two. We're starting to, but we have not dealt with these a lot. So that's the first one. I already gave up the second one. It was powers, right? Okay. Some people say exponents. Yep.
The next one, multiplication.
Multiplication and division. And which one's done first?
Either one.
Either one. We read them left to right, don't we? They are equals. And the last one I'll get is addition and subtraction. And once again, they are equals. We do them left to right. Landon? So in a problem, the first thing we do is parentheses. The next thing we do is powers, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Mr. Lawrence, do you remember the saying that we had that helped us to remember these? Sean does.
Pretty please, my dear Aunt Sally.
Pretty please, my dear Aunt Sally. Pretty please, my dear Aunt Sally. Right? All right. We good? Remember that. And this is the way we do them. Right? All right. Well, today we're going to, and we know that what undoes multiplication, Tater?
Addition.
What undoes addition, Sean?
Subtraction.
What undoes subtraction? Addition, but we don't ever undo subtraction. Why? Why don't we undo subtraction? No, we are lazy Americans, but we don't undo subtraction because we change all subtraction to
Addition.
addition. So there you go. Okay, so the way we do them is in this order, right? Well, guess what? When there's more than one of them, this is the order we undo them. We do them this way, Ben. Parentheses, powers, multiplication, addition, subtraction. But to undo them, we undo addition and subtraction first. Then multiplication, division, then powers, and then this. So let me give you a little illustration that I've used before. All right, you get up in the morning, right? You take a shower, okay, hopefully. All right, and you put your skivvies on. You know what skivvies are. And then you put your pants on, right? Your jeans, right? When you come home, let's say you had a rough day at school, so you want to take another shower. Do you do the same process?
No.
Now think about it. You put your skivvies on first and then your jeans. When you come home, do you take your skivvies off first? No, that would hurt, wouldn't it? Okay, we take our jeans off and then we take our skivvies off. It's undoing the process that was done in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? And you have to do it in that order. It's the same with this, all right? Right, Noah? Okay, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. All right, solve for x. Here is a two-step equation. 2x plus 3 equals 9. All right, what is the question that I always ask you when we do an equation? What's the first question that I always ask you? Charlie? No, there's one before that.
What operation is being applied?
What operation is being applied to the variable? Now we have to say what operations, plural, operations are being are being applied to the variable. What operations? All right. How many are there? How many operations are up here? How many operations? Tater? 2. And what are they?
Multiplication and addition.
All right, look at this. Multiplication and addition. Multiplication and addition. Multiplication and addition. You see it? We don't put something there because we're lazy Americans, Ben. But that is multiplication and that is addition. Do you understand that, Ben? All right, Ben, look over here. This is multiplication, this is addition. So what happened to the variable first? Multiplication. Then what happened to the variable? Addition. So we multiplied by 2, then we added 3, right? All right. So to undo it, what do we undo first? Sean.
You add and then you multiply.
What do we undo first? The multiplication or addition? That's your choices. Caden.
Addition.
We undo the addition first. Okay? So we undo the addition first because that is what was done last. So we reverse the order. Allie, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do we undo addition, Allie?
Subtraction.
And what do we subtract from both sides? 3. So I'm going to put subtract 3 here and subtract 3 here. It is just like what we did before, Noah. Do you understand that? We subtract the 3 from the 3 and the 3 from the 9. Landon, do you understand that? Landon, is this elementary subtraction? 9 minus 3? It is. Let me explain elementary subtraction to you, Sean. Elementary subtraction, both these numbers are positive, and this one's smaller than that one. So can we just subtract? We don't have to change it to addition, right?
No.
All right, very good. So we have 2x. What is 3 minus 3, Mr. Lords? 0. So I have 2x plus 0 equals, don't forget the equal sign. What's 9 minus 3, Noah? 6. Jackson, are you okay? Are you okay? Jackson, what is 2x plus 0?
2x plus 0 is 1x.
2x plus 0, Jackson,
It's 2x.
is 2x. Jackson plus 0 is what, Jackson? What's Jackson plus 0? Jackson. What's Mrs. Hanson plus 0? All right, anything plus 0 is itself, right? All right, so now we have 2x plus 2x equals 6. Do you notice the 3 is gone, Landon? It's gone. We got rid of it. All right, so now what operation is being applied to the variable? Ben? Multiplication. And how do I undo it?
Division.
We undo multiplication and we use division. And what do we divide both sides by? What do we divide both sides by, Charlie? Try again, Charlie. What do we divide both sides by? What number is being multiplied by x, Charlie? 2. What do we divide both sides by, Charlie? 2. My answer is 3, right? So I rewrite 2x and I divide by 2. Please rewrite both of these and I divide by 2. Whatever I do to one side, Noah, I must do the other. Do you understand that? Okay, Tater. This is 1x, correct? Or x. Can I just put x? You can now. Tater, what is 6 divided by 2?
3.
All right. Now, most of you maybe could come up with the answer to that before we ever started. I don't know that. Okay? But now, watch what happens when we do this. Now we got positive, negative, subtraction, all that. Okay. What operations are being applied to the variable? Here's the variable. What operations? Yes, sir, Ben?
Multiplication and subtraction.
Multiplication and subtraction. Before we go any further, Sean, what should we do since this is subtraction?
Change all subtraction to addition.
Very good, Sean. So we're going to change this to addition. So I'm going to write, tell me what to write, Mr. Lords.
2 or negative 2x plus negative 4 equals negative 17.
Very good. I changed it to addition. Allie, what do I get rid of first? Do I get rid of the -4 or do I get rid of the -2? No. What do I undo first? I have multiplication and I have addition. What do I undo first? The addition. I undo addition. And what do I subtract from both sides, Landon? What do I subtract from both sides? What's -4, all right? -4. So I'm going to subtract a -4. I'm going to subtract a -4. Notice how I do that, and I put that line, don't I? Are you okay, Allie? You're looking kind of weird. What about you, Jackson? You okay? All right, Jackson, what do I do to these two?
Change subtraction to addition.
All right, so I add the opposite, don't I? Change the sign of the subtrahend and follow the rules of addition. I change the sign of the subtrahend and follow the rules of addition. All right, what do I have on this side? Tell me what to write on this side, Noah.
-2x plus 0.
That is correct, Noah. And then I have an equal sign, right? I bring that equal sign down, don't I? All right, Jackson, what is a -17 plus 4?
-14.
How about a -13?
Or 13.
All right. All right, what is a -2x plus 0, Sean? What is a -2x plus 0?
So for -2x.
Very good, a -2x. Remember that was what I did with Jackson, right? All right, now, what operation is being applied to the variable, Caden? What operation do I use to undo it?
Division.
Division. What do I divide both sides by?
2.
Try it again.
Or -2.
Thank you. All right. -2 divided by -2 is 1x. How do I do a -13 divided by 2? How do I do a -13 divided by 2? Benny? It could be a decimal. Could it also be just a mixed number? How many times does 2 go into 13? Right? 6 times. What do I have left over?
Half.
6.5. Is my number positive or negative? Positive or negative, Tater? Negative divided by a negative is there you go. So my answer is x equals 6.5. Look how many steps I have. Do you see why I'm trying to get you to learn the steps? All right. Now, let's try this one. X over a -4 plus 8 equals a -22. X over a -4, x divided by a -2 plus 8 equals a -22. Tater, what operations are being applied to the variable?
Addition and division.
Addition and division. What do I undo first, Noah?
Division.
Try again, Noah. Look it. This is how we do the order of operations. This is how we undo them. What's undone first?
Addition.
Addition or subtraction, right? In this case, addition. Do you understand that? What do I subtract from both sides, Charlie? 8. All right? I'm going to subtract 8 here, and I'm going to subtract 8 here. Is that elementary subtraction, a -22 minus 8?
Oh,
Caden, is that elementary subtraction? No, you're not going to see that in elementary, are you? -22 minus 8, right? All right? So I have to change it to addition, don't I? All right, how do I do that, Allie? What do I put here?
negative.
Plus a negative. Can I put parentheses around it?
Yeah.
Can I go plus a negative here and put parentheses around it? Do I have to put parentheses around it, Allie?
No.
No, but I do. I do. All right, so what do I have on the left side? What do I write? Jackson, what do I have on the left side?
X plus 0.
I agree with this part. What about this?
X over -4.
All right, don't forget that. That's still there, right? But what do I have on this side? A -22 plus a -8. Landon, what is a -22 plus a -8? close. What is it? Negative 30. You're one off. Negative 30. All right? But notice he got the negative right? Because a negative plus a negative, we have two negatives. We take that sign and add absolute value. All right, so what is x over negative 4 plus 0?
X over a negative 4 times
Oh,
equal
there you go. Equals a negative 30. Sorry, Sean, but I don't want you to times yet, right? Now, what operation is being applied to the variable, Noah? What operation is being applied to the variable, Noah? Not multiplication. Division. What do I use to undo it? What do I multiply both sides by? Negative 4. Now watch what happens. Remember this? We go x over negative 4 times a negative 4 over 1. But on this side, Allie, we just do a negative 30 times what? Just do a negative 4. Why? Why isn't it over 1?
Same thing.
Yeah, it's not, yes, basically the same thing and it's not a fraction, right? What happens to these negative 4s, Allie? You can cross cancel them. So you divide them both by that, we get 1 over 1. What do we get on the left side? What do we get over the left side? Because I divided by a negative 4. What do I get on the left side? Caden? Over here, what do I get? X over 1. X times that, x over 1. And then I get, what's a negative 30 times a negative 4? Charlie, what's a negative 30 times a negative 4? 120, and it's positive, isn't it? Is this considered simplified?
no.
No, it's x equals 120. Okay? All right. Good so far. Okay, the next one's going to be a little longer. Can you believe that? So I'm going to go ahead and erase these two. Okay? Remember, you can go back and look at this, can't you? Tonight, if you're having problems on the assignment, you can go back and look at it. So this is number 4. All right? Now, the one thing I haven't done is a fraction. And I'm gonna make this interesting. I'm going to go a negative 6 equals a negative 2/3 x minus 8. Let's go minus 9. No, let's keep it 8. Sorry. Can I make up my mind? No. I'm better at making up my mind than yours, but not a whole lot, right? I can't make up your mind either. All right. Oh, now I did some magic here. I started moving things around, right? Okay, what operations are being applied to the variable? What operations are being applied to the variable? Tater.
Multiplication and division.
No. I like the multiplication, but what's this?
Oh, my.
Subtraction, right? Guys, we're on the right side of the teeter-totter, right, Noah? All right, so we got to work on the right side first. So what is the first thing that I should do? I bet you if I asked Sean, he would know.
Negative 2/3 x minus negative 8.
How about plus a negative 8? What's he trying to do?
Jump to the other side.
He's jumping the other side, but he's changing subtraction to addition, right? All right, so he's changing subtraction to addition. So now I have a negative 6, and he jumps over here a negative 2/3 x plus a negative 8. All right, what two operations are being applied to the variable, Landon? What two operations are being applied to the variable? What operation is this, Landon? Multiplication. What operation is this? All right, addition. If you can't hear him, I gotta translate for him. Multiplication and division. What do I undo first, Caden? Addition. And what do I use to undo it? Subtraction. So what am I going to subtract from both sides, Mr. Lords?
Negative 2/3.
Try again. What am I going to subtract from both sides, Brian?
8 or
Negative
negative 8.
8. Look at that. Sean, are you writing this down?
Yes.
Gets nasty here. That's why I'm making sure you're writing it down, all right? I'm going to start on the right side. I'm going to start on the right side because that's the easier side. And I'm going to change all subtraction to addition, right?
Yep.
We're gonna change the sign of the subtrahend, follow rules of addition. So I'm gonna go plus a positive and I'm gonna go plus a positive. Is this elementary that's not, is it, at all, is it? That's why we had to change it to addition. So what do I write on this side? This side, what do I write on this side? Jackson, on the right side.
Negative 2/3 x plus 0.
Very good, negative 2/3 x plus 0. Sean, do you understand that?
Yes.
Allie, you good? All right. All right, so now, Allie, what's a negative 6 plus 8? 2. 2. All right, so what is a negative 2/3 x plus 0, Noah? What is a negative 2/3 x plus 0? What is a negative 2/3 x plus 0? Negative 2/3 x. Don't forget the x, Noah. All right, now here, Allie, is where you were gone. So this is where you need to focus. What operation is being applied to the variable? I'm going to tell you, it's multiplication, right? Normally we undo it with a division, right? But we have a fraction in front, right, Tater? We have a fraction in front. So Ben, when I have a fraction in front of it, I don't divide by the fraction. I do what? Do you remember? Oh, help Ben out.
You multiply
By
the fraction.
what do we call it, Charlie? By the reciprocal. All right? So on this side, Ben, now you remember, Ben?
Yeah.
All right, on this side I have a negative 2/3 x times, I put that big old raised dot. What do I times it by, Benny?
3 over 2.
How about a negative 3 over 2? All right, whatever I do to one side, Allie, I must do to the other side. So I'm going to put this as 2 over 1. Why did I put it as 2 over 1, Allie?
So it's, when you simplify it, it's gonna be 2.
Okay, but this is a fraction, right? And so I'm keeping it a fraction. All right, so now I multiply it by 3/2. I have a fraction times a fraction. Okay, what happens over here? A lot of simplifying, isn't it? Dividing, cross, cancel. 3 and a negative 3 is a negative 1 and 1, and 2 and a negative 2 is a negative 1 and 1. What's a negative 1 times a negative 1, Sean?
Positive 1.
And so what do I have over here?
1
1,
x.
1x. 1x, right? Noah, you understand that? Okay, how do I do this? Ben?
No, cross cancel 2.
I can cross cancel. So these are both 1. So what do I get over here, Ben? What's 1 times negative 3, Ben?
3 over 1.
How about a negative 3 over 1? Can I leave it as negative 3 over 1? No, we need to simplify it as a negative 3. Okay, Noah, ask me a question. Ask me a question. Do you have one? Are you sure, Noah? Because I'm going to turn you loose on the assignment here in a second, and you got to know what you're doing. We have today and tomorrow to work on this. But you got to know what you're doing. Landon, do you have a question? Sean,
I do.
okay?
So, wouldn't it just be for negative 30 times 4?
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't it be, never mind, I just answered that question myself.
Isn't it funny, though, that when we start to ask the question, our brain begins to answer it? So you got to do that. I don't care if you do that, as long as you understand what's going on. All right, Charlie, do you have any questions? All right, I had no questions during the lecture. I know this is tough stuff. You got to know this. Okay, so I'm going to have you work together. Okay, I'm going to have, well, I'll split you up. Let me stop this video first, and then I'll split you up. Oh, the assignment is page 233, 8 through 27. Page 233, 8 through 27. Okay, quite a few problems, but I'm going to give you tomorrow to work on them, right? By the way, we have a quiz.